What was your role in this film?
My role in this film, aside from being an extra, was as editor and director of scenes 5 and 6.
I had a crucial role by being the popcorn man.
I was Mr. Fisher. I ran around and I tried to unalive someone. I don't know.
Assistant cameraman and as director of this little skit that we're doing right now, and Slate guy.
I didn't have any screen time on camera. I mostly served a purpose behind the scenes. I was director for scene 1, which was merged with scene 2, took place in the restaurant, and I was director of photography.
My role was to be a target for the hitman and then kill him.
All right. What were your thoughts on our creative process in filming this movie, Red Herring?
All 3 people who contributed their time and talent to this film did an amazing job, and I think they should get paid.
Next.
Define creative process. Creative process for us was, I think we argued for about an hour, 2 hours on whether we should change the script, and eventually we were like, no, let's just keep the script. That happened, and well, there were only 2 characters aside from extras, so.
Honestly, I think our creative process was rocky, yes.
Oh my god.
But I mean, we ended up with something pretty decent.
I think that the majority of the creative process was really good. I think that we all worked together, even though there may have been some arguments about certain script structure and certain things about it. I think that we all worked together, and I think we produced something and created something really, really nice for all of us.
It was challenging because there were definitely a lot of different minds, you know, at work to like come up with a story and everything. But in the end, you know, it was great, and we, you know, got it together, and it turned out great.
Why does the color red help us focus on our main characters in this film?
The color red is scientifically proven to invoke anger, and it also symbolizes the serial killer throughout the movie.
I think the color red can symbolize many things, such as evilness, stop at a stoplight,
Oh my, okay.
and
Okay.
blood.
All right.
It doesn't, like, it really doesn't. Unless we're, like, making it a black and white and having the red stand out, it really doesn't. It's just there.
We originally intended the film to be a black and white with the red color standing out on each of our characters, and the connection after we figured out that the black and white just wouldn't work with our filter, we decided to keep the connection, partly due to the idea that it was just already in the costume, and 2, because it kind of created a duality of the killer and the victim.
Almost as if they're the same?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I may be biased, but I think red's a pretty awesome color. But also, I think that red, as a color, really stands out, and I think it's obviously red is a color that is associated with things that are typically not very pleasant, whether it's blood or evil, you know, anything along those lines. I think that, you know, it's probably been said before, but it's a very vibrant color, and I think it just suits the killer and the aesthetic very well.
Okay.
I think it symbolizes, I mean, when I think of red, I think of blood, and you know, when you think of blood, you know, you think of, like, I don't know, murder, crime, something like that. And so I think it symbolizes kind of both of the characters' jobs.
Why do you think the film's silence helps? How do you think it helps improve the film? What do you think the film's silence helps symbolize?
Silence invokes a feeling of suspense, hence the name, and it also pays ode to Alfred Hitchcock and his historical films.
Well, I feel like it symbolizes a return to classic times with the nostalgia of silent movies and it just being like timeless. The movie is now timeless because silent movies can last a long time, I think.
Too lazy to put in actual dialogue.
The film's silence, I think, adds a layer. It's a suspense film, of course, so it adds a layer of suspense to it, and we were directly influenced by Hitchcock and earlier filmmakers.
But I have a feeling that someone said lazy dialogue, but that's really not true at all. I think that silence is really key to a lot of parts of films. I think that even in a lot of films with a lot of dialogue, there tends to be moments with a lot of silence to create suspense and create good scares. It creates good anticipation and gets a good reaction out of audiences.
How do you think your performance enhanced the film?
My performance as a popcorn buyer and movie watcher is vital to the plot. Had I not bought that popcorn, the line for the concessions would be shorter. The hitman would have never laid eyes on that serial killer, and there would be no plot.
I feel like my performance carried the entire show.
Well, there wouldn't be a plot if I hadn't gone in and tried to like kill Everly the serial killer. So if you can't kill a killer, and the plot is to kill the killer, which is,
Okay. Whatever that means.
I'm there, and reason.
I wasn't exactly integral, but I feel like I helped out here and there.
You don't think behind the scenes is integral to the film?
I don't think that I think you could have gotten somebody else to do Slate and we would have been fine.
Well, I think that director of photography is a very important role because in a film without much dialogue, or any dialogue as a matter of fact, the camera is very important to creating a pleasing visual aesthetic to create something enjoyable for the audience. And I think that through the camera and lighting and photography is the best way to do that. So I think it was very important.
I think it showed the difference between someone who, you know, kind of had to act like a target for someone and then turn around and, you know, ended up killing them. And so it just kind of showed, like, how people can disguise themselves.
Is Mr. Fisher's end justified?
All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
Yes, the importance of natural selection in our modern day society is so beyond explanation and is vital to even your life today.
No, he was just doing his job. Sure, some people can get hurt in the line of work, but do you think his family got compensation from the guy who hired him?
No.
No, exactly.
because the killer hired it. Okay.
Exactly.
Cut!
Do we even see that I die on screen?
No, but
Is it implied?
it's implied.
Okay, so just taking on that information. No, because like, I need money to college debt, you know. William?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, come on.
I personally think that his death is justified, but maybe not in the way that it came about. It would have been better to have been something more, something kinder, or not kinder as so much, but legal. He should have been caught by the cops.
No. I think that at the end of the day, he was trying to do his job. I think that there are certain morals there. I think that he was assigned a job, and all he was doing was trying to successfully do his job, and he ultimately ended up getting killed by someone much crazier than him, and I don't think it was justified in the end.
I think as his killer, yeah, but, you know, outside of the film, no, I don't think it was justified.
Thank you, Mr. Jude.